Good morning, everyone. Yes, my name is Mystie, like the rain. Um, and um, how has prayer affected my life? When Richard reached out to me to ask if I'd be willing to share a response to this question, at first I thought, how has other people's prayer for me affected my life? I paused thinking, how would I really know, other than someone vocalizing a prayer for me, um, seeing the answer? But then I started thinking, how has my prayer affected my life? Over the years I've lived, as I have prayed for different things, Lord, heal this person, let this or that thing work out, I'd like to get this job, or I'd like to date that guy, one thing became evident the more I thought about my relationship with God and my prayer life. And that is, God's no's have shown himself more to me than his yeses. For instance, in what I felt was a great opportunity for me or someone else, I'd pray to God, and then the answer seemed to be no answer. But what I came to realize, again, is I've seen his protectiveness in the no's he's given, even more so, than the yeses. Perhaps that is the same for some or most of you. For example, in my early 20s, while in college, I was working towards and applying for acceptance into Mount Hood Community College's dental hygiene program. I applied 3 years in a row, but didn't make it in. Boy, was I bummed. A friend suggested I pivot and become a dental assistant, as the program was simpler to gain access into and would allow me to acquire experience in the industry. So I took her advice and attained a degree in dental assisting. Doing so was a really good decision, as it allowed for me to transition into the next chapter of my life. Fast forward several years later, about 2002, while at work one day, sitting across from the dentist there at Kaiser, I felt an almost palpable nudge. It was like a voice was saying, "Go back to school." That longing you feel that is there, that there is something more, those dreams you have to free up more time, make more money, have your house in the country, they are within your reach if you start taking the steps. It won't be easy, but it is achievable. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? I literally came home that night and shared that with my husband, Carl. His answer, "You have my blessing. I am behind you." So that is what I did. I truly believe and know God had his perfect plan and wanted me to take the college classes I did and to go through the dental hygiene program there at Clark College with his timing, not mine. And I am so grateful. With prayer, I try and remind myself to express gratitude first. Prior to laying my requests before God, I read a saying many years ago which said, "The most perfect prayer is a single grateful thought raised toward heaven." That has stuck with me for over 30 years. It's interesting to realize that what I've noticed with prayer, and ultimately God's love, is I've seen his hand most evident in the doors he has closed at certain times, in order to keep me from something I may have wanted, but he knew it either wasn't the right time or the right person, or was a desire he knew would pass and wasn't for my best. I believe God always answers the prayers of an earnest, seeking heart. It may not be the answer we seek, but he answers, yes, no, not now. Like Fred shared last week with the scripture, 1 Corinthians 13:12, we see now through a glass dimly, darkly. We people are so limited to see from our earthly mortal view through the lens of our clouded human capacity. And it's so easy in desperate times to feel despair and sometimes disregarded by God, as we feel without a yes answer to what we are asking, he is just ignoring our pleas. But that is only what the enemy wants us to feel. So my takeaway from the times when I feel like saying, "Are you listening, God? Do you hear me? Is it truly will be within God's timing, and it is for us to pause, trust, believe, and pray with open hands. Give it to God, let it go. He's already there. He already knows the outcome, and it's in his perfect plan. Thanks for letting me share.